I'm now going to have a way to remotely lock and unlock my front door. Let's talk about it. So sometimes we will leave and come and go, and somehow the front door gets left unlocked, and I'd like to know if it's locked or not locked. I use video cameras and stuff around the house to be able to check, make sure the garage door is closed and things like that. So I found on the internet this product called Wyze Lock. It has some pretty good reviews. It's pretty basic. It was not super expensive. Let's see, it was, if we click it, it was $107. So it comes with all the different pieces. Some of the other ones that were out there, you needed to get, you know, other components, other different parts and stuff, and it ended up being a lot more money. So let's open. I have not even opened the box yet, so let's open it and see what's inside here. Okay. A lot of plastic on the outside. Okay. So here's the lock. So this is the part that goes on your front door, right? So on the back there's some extra plastic here. So this little turning thing is what we're going to be able to connect and hook up to the door lock, and that's going to, when we turn this, right, see that turns, and it's going to turn our door lock and be able to lock and unlock our door by remote. So I'm going to, so what else do we have in the box? So there's that, bolts on the door. We have over here probably a little instruction manual, probably. We have, this is the little Wyze hub. So this is what allows it to communicate with Wi-Fi, so that the batteries inside of it don't take up much, you know, strength, don't take up all the power, right? So this will need to plug in and get connected to our Wi-Fi in our house. And it also comes with a set of 4 AA batteries. What else is in here? There's going to be, okay, there's a mounting kit. So this is going to be what we use to mount to the door and the latch. And then there's a hex driver, and then it looks like we have some adapters. So in here there's some different colored adapters. So there's different colors, and these are going to be to whatever type of, you know, shank is coming out of the door lock that we need to match this up. So we match that up to the door lock, and then that goes into this little hole right here, and that allows us to lock and unlock our door. All right. Well, I'm going to go install this and see. There's a lot of videos out there about how to install it, but I want to see how it works and see, you know, how well and how easily it works. All right. So I'll be making a part 2. Here we go. Okay, well that was pretty easy to install. I have my old hardware here, so that when we leave the house, I'll put this in my old hardware toolbox. I have a couple different things in this house that I've replaced over the years, different locks that I put key locks on instead of just regular locks that I can replace when we leave the house. So we have this old hardware that I'm going to store back there, and then they do provide. So these are different adapters basically that allow you to, it walks you through the wizard on the app, right? It walks you through which adapter you need. We actually needed the blue one, blue or purple or something like that, blue one I think, because there's 2 of these, one for if it's your little thing is straight, one for it's a little at a diagonal. So they also include 2 sets of screws. Now these screws replace these screws that are in your original lock. So because they're a different length and have a little bit different shaft, but the threads are only the same. There's only a couple different kinds, I guess. So they include a different set of those. I use the other ones. Those are in the door. So that was very simple, very easy. I'm going to keep these stored in a little baggie for when we move. that will, if it's a different lock, then I'll be able to replace that. Okay, so the app, so if I bring the app up here, shows my devices here. That camera just is horrible, beyond horrible. Let's reduce this down. Okay, so it shows my devices. There we go. So I've got my front door lock and my lock gateway. So this one includes that gateway. Like I was saying, some don't include a gateway. Well, what's the point of buying a lock if you're not going to get the gateway? So right now it says locked. So if I touch it, it shows a big locked. And then if I hit it again, it's going to go floop. And then it's going to then show that it is unlocked. I just got a notification on my wrist and on the phone that the door's been unlocked. So I can tap it again and it will go send the signal to the door, and then boop, there we go, door's locked. So it seems to be working really well. I did beforehand, before I put this in, I made some adjustments to the door so that when the door, there's a lot of, insulation, around the door and stuff. I made sure that once the door, when the main latch of the door is closed, that the deadbolt can slide in and out easily. So I took most of the hardware off, repacked it with wood, put new screws in, new deep screws. They had really short screws in, all this stuff. I'm like, what good is that going to do? So I put really deep, long screws in there and stuff, and made sure that when the door is closed, that the deadbolt can go the full throw in and out. So I wouldn't want the door lock to be, hitting something or not being able to go in. I went in and out of the door. So I went out and closed the door. As soon as I closed the door, I heard it go, and then boom, it locked the door immediately after I left. So then I just hit the button and boom, it opened and I was able to get in. Then I closed the door and it immediately locked again. So that I really like, that you can't forget it. You can't do it. Now there are some things I may play with in the future, which is auto unlocking the door, which I don't know if I want to do. I think I want to manually be able to do it, or I want to tell Google or Amazon, my Echo, whatever, to be able to do that. I mean, it'd be nice to be sitting here and somebody, my son or something comes home and, he gets to the door, he's forgot his phone is dead, and just be able to tell, Echo to open the front door, and then boom, or to unlock the front door, then it unlocks and he can come in, and then immediately afterwards when he closes the door, it locks back again. So I'm happy with it so far. I will continue to update whether it's continue working. This is like the initial first installation of it, so we'll see how it goes. So far everything has been completely smooth. I mean, I tried to jump ahead of the game with the little adapter and try and pick one ahead of the game, but it was better to go through the wizard to be able to say, let it tell me which one I needed based on my door lock. So that was good. Okay, so this is the Wyze Bluetooth and Wi-Fi enabled smart lock that I just installed. It literally took me 5 minutes. It's got 4 AA batteries. We'll see how long the AA batteries last. It should tell me in the app when the batteries are getting low and everything else to be able to replace them. I've got my battery box that I have all of my batteries in, because I order them in bulk from Amazon, and all my little watch batteries for replacing all the watch battery things. I keep them in this little case labeled batteries. So there we go. All right, so that's the Wyze Door Lock built-in Wi-Fi enabled smart lock. Supposed to be, it is only 2.4 gigahertz, so not 5 gigahertz, which is typical of lower powered items. You get a Wyze lock, the Wyze gateway, the quick start guide, batteries, mounting plate adapters, some replacement screws if you need them, and a screwdriver, and a little metal screwdriver, which was cute. But anyway, I'll be using this, and maybe if I do a live stream, I got some other things to cover back and forth. I'll do a live stream maybe later on the week and see how it's going. And there we go. Thanks for watching. Take care.